basis, and we succeeded. Now if we enter the election arena with this slogan, we shall be returned to power, and then we shall use the whole government machinery to change the thinking pattern of the people, to reform them Islamically, etc., etc. So we decided to enter the power politics arena of this country by participating in elections in 1951. And that was the biggest blunder. He realized only after 20 years that he had committed a mistake. In 1971. But at that time he was too old. He couldn't hold the reins of power of the movement in his own hands and lead the movement. Anyhow, what happened with this was, please note my words, that Jamaat-e-Islami, which was before that an ideological Islamic revolutionary party, turned into an Islam-loving national political party. These three versus three. Ideological Islamic revolutionary party. It was changed into an Islam-loving but national political party. Now, I was, from my own very early, I should say, when I was only a 5th class student, I started reading Iqbal. I was influenced by his poetry. That was the first impression. Then I was impressed by Maududi and Abul Kalam. When I also migrated to Pakistan from India, I joined Jamaat-e-Islami's movement. Firstly, the student section, Islamic Jamiat-e-Talaba. And I rose to the position of the Nazim-e-Ala of Jamiat-e-Talaba. But then I came to the conclusion that Jamaat-e-Islami has taken a wrong turn. It's no more an Islamic revolutionary party, and this is going to be doomed. So I parted my ways after writing a note of dissent comprising 225 pages in a book now. It is now in a book form, an analysis of the movement of Jamaat-e-Islami. What it was originally and what it became after the independence of Pakistan. Now I myself, I told you, under the influence of Iqbal, Maududi, Abul Kalam, I started Tanzeem-e-Islami. I started my mission in 1965 independently. My first emphasis was on Iman through Quran. First, the foundations of Iman have to be taken down in the heart. They take a nation's pillar deep. What is that couplet of English poetry? Not gold, but only men can make a people great and strong. So, to take Islam, Iman, to the depths of the heart, through Quran. Quran gives you a faith with an intellectual element. Faith, not a blind faith, but a faith with understanding, with an intellectual element. And most of my time has been spent in this. I found Markazi Anjuman Khuddam al-Quran, the Central Society of the Servants of the Quran, on the pattern of the Society of the Servants of Bible. That was established in 1972. Then 3 years later I established Tanzeem-e-Islami, taking the same original pattern of Jamaat-e-Islami, differing only in 2 things. I revived the institution of Bay'ah. It's not a Western type constitutional based organization where the leaders are elected. No. The leader is the one who has called you for this ideal and this. He is the leader. And you have to give your bay'ah, your oath of allegiance to him. You can advise him, you can give your opinions, but the decision will not be by the counting of your votes, but decision will rest with the Amir. I think this pamphlet is also included in that set. The institution of bay'ah, the foundation of organization in Islam. The Prophet took bay'ah, the caliphs took bay'ah, even the kings took bay'ah, the Sufis for the purification of souls took bay'ah, Mehdi Sudani, when he was fighting against the Britishers, took bay'ah, Sanusi in Libya, based on bay'ah, Sayyid Ahmed Bareilly, bay'ah, Imam Shami, bay'ah. Well, this is the basic foundation of Islamic organization. And number 3, I have further cleared or formulated the methodology of Islamic revolution derived from the seerah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It was a great blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He gave me the strength to write this book. Islam cannot be established as a deen except by the methodology inferred, derived from the methodology of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And that is going to be the subject of my talk in the evening. Now my organization, Tanzeem Islami, I have due to old age given up the imarat and leadership of the party. And I have nominated, here we have nominations, no elections. A new leader has been nominated. I am there. Now as an ordinary member. I obey him now. Although he is my son. But he is a leader. So the response that we have got up till this date and time is very limited. The general religious scene is occupied mostly by the sectarian ulama's groups. Sectarian, based on sects. And then these two movements, Tablighi Jama'ah and Jamaat Islami, as a political party. So they are dominating the scene up till now. Our progress is slow but steady. And now it is within Allah, His decision and command. But this movement has now entered the second generation. And inshallah, it will continue. The success or otherwise is in His hands. Our duty is to strive and try to be on the right path. The success, when and through whom it comes, is for Allah to decide. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the close attention.
We will take a short break for... Dear panelists, you have heard Dr. Israr's discourse on a very vast subject. It has covered centuries, in fact, the arrival of Islam in the subcontinents, and then its development, and finally the creation of Pakistan in 1947 and its aftermath. Now the floor is open for discussion.
I have a point of clarification initially.